Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Anna Vanila Arts. I am Anna Vanila, and for today I would like to show you this wonderful stitch. Have a look at this. Isn't it fantastic? I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's gentle yet strong. It stretches slightly, as you can see. It stretches this way and the other way. The back looks simple, looks purl stitches like you would expect. And this stitch has just 2 rows, and as you can see, it's got this kind of like braiding in here. It's got chest formation, for which I will explain to you how to do the chest formation. So the next row you need to add something. I'm going to explain to you how. Before I begin this pattern, this stitch, I would suggest when you do the casting on, you do cast on the way you usually do, the way you like it, and the first row and the second row please knit with front stitches. So the front stitch on the front, the front stitch on the back, which I mean knit stitch on the front, knit stitch on the wrong side, and only then to start this pattern. So I've got 20 loops on my needle. My needles are cubical, they are 5.5. The yarn is acrylic yarn, and let's begin this stitch. I'm going to show you how to do it. So the first loop we never knit, we just transfer onto the front needle, and this is it. And the last loop we always knit it with a purl stitch. This stitch is suitable for beginners also, so please feel welcome. So the first loop we do not knit, we just transfer it onto the right needle and we hold it like so. Now we count 1, 2. So you see 2 loops, first 2 loops. What we need to do with the front needle, we grab the second loop like so, and we push it slightly like this, and the second loop goes exactly on the top of the first loop that you had on the left needle, and we transfer this second loop onto the right needle. We hold this loop, we do not knit it, we just leave it the way it is. We hold it with a finger like so, so it doesn't fall, and on the left as well we hold this first loop to make sure we can knit it now. So we knit it from the back wall and we release it, and basically this is what we need to do all the way through. So 1, 2, we pick up the second loop, hold it with the finger, and see how I slide it and wear it over the first loop. And we do not need this second loop, we just hold it in place, and then we need that first loop that was on the needles, on the left needle, and only then we release, and so on. So we do it like so, we hold it, and then we knit the first one. So the second, 1, 2, So we make 2 loops together. From this action we also do the same 2 loops. Make sure you knit it with a front stitch, this loop. And this is what we do until the end of this row. Make sure you don't knit too tightly. And the last one is a purl stitch. Now we do the wrong side. The wrong side in this stitch is always the same, is always purl stitch. So we knit all loops with a purl stitch, like so, like the usual way we do purl stitches. And make sure you don't knit too tightly and not too loosely either. And the last one is always a purl stitch. Now is the 3rd row. The 3rd row exists now only because we need to do a chest formation. So because it goes like so, this stitching like this, we need in the 3rd row, so we don't need the 1st loop, in the 3rd row we need 1 front stitch. So we do 1 knit stitch like so, and after this knit stitch we knit as usual. The second we knit 1, we hold it, then the first one we knit, then again the second we hold it with the finger, we penetrate and grab like so, second like this, and on the end we also have to knit a front stitch, a knit stitch, an extra knit stitch. So that's the only difference with the 3rd row. So this is front stitch, knit stitch, now it's a purl stitch, the last one is a purl stitch, and on the back we knit as usual all purl stitches. And what we do after this, we knit all from the beginning, so we do not do that front stitch in the beginning of a row. You do it on the 3rd row only, so that it creates this kind of chest formation in this pattern. So we do not need the 1st loop, and we straight away do the 2nd one. We grab the 2nd, we wear it over this 1st loop, and the 1st loop we knit it with a front stitch. So 1st loop over the 1st loop, front stitch, 2nd loop over the 1st loop, front stitch. And that's how we knit all the time this wonderful stitch. It's fantastic. I think it's suitable for any kind of projects, even for hats and for tunics, for vests, for anything you like. You can be creative with this stitch. and this could be project of any kind project, and we knit all the same, all these rows. So in total there are 4 rows, from which the other last 2 are chest formations, which is not considered like a row. So we repeat the first, the second row, then the third, then the fourth. So thank you very much for watching and subscribing and liking my videos. I'm sending to you lots of love. Please tag me and let's share our projects. I would be interested to see how you're doing. Thank you very much. Bye.